Here we have Darknoob as the Franks and Skogo as the Indians. That's not a really ideal matchup because a cavalry civilization with an anti-cavalry civilization. We're falcon for a couple of interesting civilizations here. Having a quick look, just look on the minimap, I see both bases look decent, but they are very close. Having a look over here at Skogo's map, this deer easy enough to push in, shouldn't be a big problem. Doesn't seem to be in a position where the Frank player can lame him. Of course, Franks have a higher HP scout, so they can lame easier without dying and losing their scout. He has a really safe main gold. He has a really safe main stone. And he has both his extra golds are in his back and very safe. And he has a slightly bugged extra gold here in the back. But of course you have an extra gold, you shouldn't be really complaining. That would mean that this is Skogo's second stone, I don't see it anywhere else outside. Having a look at the second gold, it must be Darknoob's because both of Skogo's are in the back. Darknoob's other main gold, well, main gold is really forward and not good at all over this distance. He has a safe second gold, a safe second stone. Where's his main stone's over here? Yep, this is definitely looking like Trush City. Is it me or is oh, it is showing up on the screen, never mind. But yeah, this is not looking like a great map for Darknoob. I mean, I would be okay with this map, I would be perfectly okay if we weren't this close, but since we are this close, you're going to want to play aggressive when you're Darknoob. Switching to his point of view, he has pretty much scoured everything. Except the second gold, that might be key to why he thinks he can't defend. Out of the map we have one more extra gold because there are others in Skogo's base, and we have the extra stone slightly blocked in but should still be okay if someone needs it in a pinch. Quick mining camp there after picking up that relic and there's a good path there. Speaking of relics, one here pretty much could be fought for. Having a hard time seeing them. This one pretty solidly Darknoob's, this one quite close to Darknoob as well, this one also quite close to Darknoob. This one a bit closer to Skogo. I think Darknoob will have an easier time picking up relics if he chooses to. We all know Darknoob though, we all know he's probably going to Trush, so I'm going to assume he's going to head right here. How he's going to win against Indians is going to be pretty difficult. Of course Indians is going to be better for the economy early game. Indians have some really nice bonuses. Both sets have pretty much the same siege, no siege ram, no siege launcher. Both have bomber cannon. Indian should be able to up a lot faster though, so if he does a really quick FC and some kind of aggression, that might work. He might trust in himself though, he seems to be 4 on wood and Darknoob is 3 on wood. Which is quite evident of trushing. There he is. I don't think he's going to bother to push more than that one deer. I don't know where his scouts ran off to. Now he's scouting his back base, but there's not much he could do if he starts with 3 on wood. It's pretty hard to recover the wood economy after that, but you can up really fast if you do 3 on wood and you add 1 later. It's not something you really want to do, but it's something you can do. I don't know if Darknoob's also going to realise he's missing 1 sheep. Thought you stole my sheep. No you didn't. Skogo just chill pushing his deer over here. No, why are you going back? Oh man, Darknoob, come on. He's getting loomed out at next one to wood. He's gonna have 5 on wood. He's gonna have 5 on berries. Franks, of course, so the berries work really fast. I don't see why I need to force garrison there, but that works okay. So he's gonna go for a sub 10 minute trush over here. Now what's Skogo plan to do? He's now going for a second lumber camp. Indians can do a lot of things against Franks. You could actually do something like Cavalry Archer or just straight Pike Mango. you can do quite a lot of things against the Franks if you're Indians, just try and delay them a bit. Because really you could just add TCs with whatever aggression you're doing and it costs you very little in terms of economy to run. You don't need too many farms, you don't need that much food. So with Indians I really do like putting on some pressure. Discern. There is absolutely no prizes for guessing that Darknoob is going to trash. Cheeky 3 on stone, 5 on berries, no food under TC. 5 on wood. Oh, come on, Darknoob. Let's go going for what, 25, 26 plus 2. It's a little bit interesting. Just 2 on gold, no 3 on gold, no fast expos, 9 on wood. He could probably just go plain scouts with that, I think, is probably his aim. No, I don't see why we want to go scouts. That's a bit too much on wood if he wants to boom. Not enough if he wants to go scouts. Oh, I mean, he shouldn't go scouts. Obviously he's against A, Franks, and B, there's not enough room to get scouts in there. If you're this close, then going scouts is usually a bad idea. Crossbows would actually work in this situation. Which is actually quite good for his wood count. He could build the barracks, and then he just builds an archery range and he could defend with that. That might be good for him. I don't understand why he's not building a barracks yet though. He's going for quite a wall off here. I would personally wall off from this side, but that's because I'm a bit crazy with my walling. This is definitely a lot more logical walling though. I would give him some credit for that pro Arabia knowledge. Sorry, I just forgot what the absolute clown map was called. So this tower's undoubtedly going to go up. We're going to see no resistance from Darknoob at all to be able to take this one down. Darknoob is getting wheelbarrow with, of course, the Frank bonus is really nice for adding farms. Not adding another on stone, so he's not going to be adding that many towers quick. He's going to get a tower up over here, but then that's not going to do anything. It just sort of holds his position in this base, but of course he doesn't have the scouting yet. He has to really get a tower over here to even start doing damage, but the thing is, with the safe backstone and 4 vills already on it, just tower there, simple. It's also nice if you go on stone, if someone trusts you to then boom after it, if you're something like Indians. It just helps you much more. He's going for a market blacksmith up apparently. Yeah, blacksmith here is going to get fletching just so he can't be out-towered. Darknoob only sent in 4 vills though. Don't really know what he's planning here, to be honest. Villager-wise, Skogo is 4 villagers ahead, 3 villagers. Of course, Darknoob to get wheelbarrow for reasons I don't know. Castle Age coming in for Skogo. 1610 Castle Age, that's only slightly after 28 plus 2. Considering that Skogo also got loom, that's, you know, definitely within acceptable times there. No lost fills, no real trouble. He just got loom, did a little bit of defense, that's about it. I do think maybe you should consider a tower over here though. Because Darknoob's just going to be able to cement himself in a position and then maybe drop a castle at a later date if Skogo does not invest too much. He's still 4 on stone, so he's not going to go for a castle of his own, he's just going to build a tower. That's dubious. Yeah, that's not looking too ideal. But then again, Darknoob does only have 4 vills. So if this tower actually does go up, then Skogo can just garrison it and just win. No archer range or anything coming up for Darknoob. He is on the racks though, so probably going to build one now. Not stable. Scouts to raid this economy? That's... Well, I mean, the scouts will kill the mangonels if they aren't prepared too well. But in the TC here, the tower here might make that a little bit difficult. It just depends on how many farmers that Skogo tries to add around here. He needs a bit more villages around the TC. Skogo can indeed see this. So he's probably just going to move off this wood line. He's got a lot of wood, he could add TC as his workshop at the same time. Probably TC in the back here if I'm not completely wrong there, he's getting bow saw. Darknoob not getting forging, he's just going to add farms and just start investing in scouts. Surprised he's not idling his TC to make them in light of terror. A villager just died. Ah, it's the ones in the woodline. Ah, it was going so well, Skogo. It was going so well. So what does Skogo have against these scouts? Does he even scout the stable? Yes, he does, because of the gates. It's a little bit unlucky. If I was Darknoob, I wouldn't have assumed that you could scout the stable, but you never know. Probably going to see some mass towers building up here just to hold the position and maybe build the castle later on. Darknoob is a bit low on the old stone though. He still has 4 on stone though, so if he does click up soon, make some more scouts, does a little bit of defense. Maybe he could actually just damage. Skogo did full wall this though, so nothing's gonna happen. Any spears being added yet? No. But first TC coming up for Skogo. He could actually, if he's not careful, he could really be trapped in the space. Darknoob's still not up, but building a market, he has enough farms to up when he has wheelbarrow. He's about to have the gold somewhat soon, but he's not mining any. Oh, there he is. Don't understand why he just doesn't go and mine this. He's not going to lose it to mangonels right away. I wouldn't really trust in this circumstance. There's a lot of things Franks can do. Like, I would even pike mango with them. I'd just pike mango with any civ at this point, just as like a counter to other civs. It's whoever does the right aggression. Trust share was okay, but he had no method of scouting how bad this map was. And it wasn't, so you just kind of get punished for that. Soon Skogo's going to be definitely up there in the villager count if he decides to make them. The only issue would be if Darknoob was able to, you know, make a castle sometime soon. Which, yeah, with this much on stone he's going to be able to. If he makes a castle here, then, or at least maybe here, he can still be in range of the main TC, clear this out really quickly. And if the mangonels try and kill it, he can snipe it with the scouts. So I'm not sure if he's going to add any more scouts. I don't think 3's enough at this point. But if he does add 1 or 2 more, it might be really easy for him to kill the mangonels. Right now both are just kind of going for the economy. Well, I mean, Skogo. Looking at Darknoob though. He's going for the castle, but not much else. He has a decent amount on stone, gold, sorry. And his resources are looking like he could imp really quickly. But Frank fast imp against Indians, that doesn't sound like a winning combination to me. At least Indians don't have Arbalast. I remember back in that patch, that was really fun to see Indians with Arbalast. 30C now coming up. Skogo is going to be at a decent vill advantage. He's probably going to have about 70 by the time the Darknoob hits 50. He's going to be easily 20-30 vill advantage in the near future. Darknoob bought stone, building a castle. Bit far behind, but he's going to imp really fast because that's a lot of food. He could sell a bit of food, sell 100 wood, sell 100 stone. He could probably click up soon. Make up for the stone he bought even. But what's going to be his plan against the mangonels? What is he going to make? I think even though the castle does go up, some camels maybe might be effective. I still think maybe if you just quickly finish this gate, sent out the spears, that'd be useful. Nobody taking the map. Neither player has a monastery. Skogo probably can't. Yes, I'd be particularly worrisome about this, and obviously the stable could pop out a scout anytime. You also can't exactly leave it this way, but if you delete that tile, grab that relic, it could be okay. So 2 rams, okay. I like that call. Massing a bit of rams. Rams, camels, pretty strong. Darknoob is doing some kind of fast imp, which is going to be really nice because he's going to be able to take down this castle and this TC, but then he's got to fight all this eco, and you know, the camel mass is already starting to happen. There's a few rams. If we get up to, you know, 6 rams, it's going to be a pretty huge problem for Darknoob. Darknoob now getting infantry tech, so he's going to go throw an Axeman plus Treb. I mean, it's, I would say it's dubious if he built a monastery right now and then started taking relics at the same time. I think that would work really well, because even without redemption to convert the mangonels, or atonement to convert monks for that matter, Frank monks are, you know, decent enough. They've got sanctity, they've got bloodprint, they've got illumination, so if you're being attacked by things like camels, you're definitely going to be able to convert a good few of them, especially if you only really make monks to get relics. That's a pretty huge bonus. So now I believe this is just Darknoob scouting the castle. Darknoob building another castle. The balls in this guy. Skogo's resources are looking a little bit low. He does have 5 camels with soon to be bloodlines. He does have 3 rams. I think he's just going to focus on making camels rather than imping anytime soon. Maybe focus a little bit heavily on the booming. His map is not great at this point because he has a very short space. He really just has the back area. As I said, maybe it would have been a little bit better if we walled this. Just have this extra area here and prevent this tower, of course. But I wasn't the one that was trushed, so I don't know. Skogo just suddenly buying food as he sees Darknoob hit imp. Yeah, Skogo's just gonna mass the camels and hope they have the decent amount of Pierce armor to be able to take out whatever Darknoob is making, which he knows are throwing axemen. Chemistry coming in, siege workshop, yep. So we're going to see bomber cannons mixed in. These buildings stand no chance, and honestly the mangonels are going to die to their bomber cannons. I am curious as to Skogo's plan. Is he just going to go mass Castle H camels? Because he needs power units like Trebs to be able to fire this, or at least bomber cannons. He doesn't have room for like a university unless he like sticks around the back here, which is where he's got to expand when he loses these farm spaces. My throw is absolutely killing me today. Five rams is pretty nice. I think I could at least take out the Trebs if he sends them, with the camels behind. He does have the +2, which obviously with Indians with the extra Pierce armor is now +3. It'll help him time the castles, but it's not going to help him at all vs the throwing axemen without the melee buff. And I'm sure with throwing axemen only having 8 attack after forging, that's definitely going to make the camels take, you know, 1 less hit to kill without the extra +1 melee armor bonus they used to have. Maybe 2 hits. Trebbing here, some nice walling just to take the Trebs from the rams. 6 rams now. 6 rams will take down this castle if he just sends them now. Then just running the camels to do the rest of the damage. So the mangonels probably need to be brought into play. Some monks maybe would not go amiss. Darknoob doesn't appear to be walling this. He's going to wall around the mangonel. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's not good. That's going to cost him quite a lot of camels. So the castle's going to go down, but so are the camels. No, I think... Are the throwing axemen losing this fight? No, not at all. Well, down goes the Trebs. There's a lot of resources for Darknoob, especially Darknoob being a lower economy. He's 42 villagers behind. But of course, all the resources that Skogo got from his extra economy have just been completely wasted on these camels, which are now dead. Not wasted necessarily, but Skogo now has nothing to fight this. He's using this as an excuse to run. I wouldn't have expected something like this to happen, but okay, it's working. He has a lot of villagers, he can afford to start building out here, have more room to build his buildings, maybe siege workshops, chemistry, maybe more rams. Sending some camels out just to help over there. Is he going to try abandon his whole base? Darknoob's doing quite a nice push here considering he's got very little economy, he's just been trying to recover from a crush. Skogo has mined quite a lot of his main resources though. Yeah, he's just running out of room back there. He's going to run out of farm space very, very shortly when that gets pushed. Iron casting now coming in for both players. Gonna make throwing axemen a bit stronger, gonna make the camels kill them a little bit quicker as well. I also realised I forgot to do the spam notification, spam everyone to let us know we're live, but then again, these are not series games, so no one's exactly missed a series. Pet out here just gonna get destroyed by a scout for some reason. And the wolves. That trip definitely gonna go down to the mangonels, I feel. Oh, that's pretty bad for the mangonel, just not responding. I believe he's hitting his own camels there more than anything else. There's a lot of camels out here. He doesn't scout the throwing axemen, they're just wandering around here. Darknoob does know about this one, he scouted it. Camels are now coming in, but they're mostly just going to die. I don't really see what Skogo can do to imp here where he needs to get his own bomb cannons, because the rams are not going to work forever. Actually, they might work in this case if you bring... I think that's enough throwing axemen to kill this though. That's my worry. Yeah, the rams are just melting to the throwing axemen. So the camel's going for a retreat, the castle's still up, another castle coming up for Darknoob. The whole Frank castle push is just happening here. At least Skogo did manage to keep these villagers alive that he did escape with, so it's going to be alive. I think he's just going to go crossbows now though. Darknoob can't afford elite. Or can he? No, he can't. So on his point of view, 1,000 Skogos. Skogo massing up the camel resources again, but he's not going to make more camels. I think maybe... I think he's probably going to stop there and then just focus on the crossbows. Crossbows with the camels to snipe anything like the siege might be ideal. Well, it won't be ideal, but it might be okay. Skogo with TC coming up over here, and he's going to scout throwing axemen patrol on the map. He's going to lose this villager. He really needs maybe... I would monastery, to be honest. Skogo's going to try kill the throwing axemen. Franks are a really good civ. Indians are nice civ, but they're not, you know, top tier for this reason. Whereas Franks, you know, they're right up there in terms of tier civ. This watchtower going to go down, this stable probably going to go down, this gives Skogo an easier route out. He is making skirmishers which have no bonus against throwing axemen at all. Does he just not know? Or is he expecting hulks? Does he want someone to just tank under the castles? I really don't know. Market by go down though, which is going to be pretty big for Skogo. Given that he probably needs it to change his resources into something more usable than what he currently has. Fortified wall coming up from the Frank player means, you know, if you try to attack with 2 petards, it's not going to blow up. Skogo 117 villagers to 73, so Darknoob probably adding 2 TCs? Or just the one? Just the one extra. Oh boy, this is not enough army to stop this. And those skirmishers are going to be next to useless. They're going to do what? 3 damage to the throwing X-Men per shot. That's going to take 20 of them to one shot the throwing X-Men. And Darknoob doesn't even have the final upgrade for the armor. I heard a monster go up. Both players have monasteries. Darknoob's already trying to get the relics. Skogo's kind of not. He's not going to be up. I think he genuinely does maybe think he can counter this with skirmishers. Which is not the case, of course. Skirmishers don't do any bonus damage against throwing X-Men. They're infantry. I haven't seen any barracks upgrades. No arson. No squires or tracking, so these throwing X-Men are kind of missing a few key upgrades. They're actually really fast these days. They used to be very slow, but then they got a few buffs. They got, for example, 1 speed buff directly to the unit. And then Franks never had squires before, then they got given squires. So the range has... Oh, that bomber cannon shot. But the range is about twice as good as... That's just really bad. That's maybe enough camels to take this fight. I would... They're not elite, they're still basically fully upgraded as far as Castle Age is concerned. So the camels fully upgraded as Castle Age may concern may also have a similar effect. Maybe time to delete this gate. Ram rush coming from this side. This castle's going to go down. This castle's definitely going to go down. Maybe refocus the rams up here a bit. That's a lot of army though. That's giving some real grief to Darknoob's army. If Darknoob loses his army here, he's going to have a bit of a problem, because now he could just be further amassed by Skogo. The only imp army he has really is Siege. He doesn't have, you know, throwing X-Men upgrades. It does feel odd though. Maybe Skogo didn't notice this was a castle, but luckily the skirmishers here are going to be able to snipe some of the villagers, prevent it from being repaired as easily. 3 rams versus Siege Workshop. There is no Siege Workshop here. Those were previous rams. He's building another one. Should be more coming out of this. Yeah. 7 rams. I'll deal with this castle. Then this one's only 1 left. Plate mill armor now coming in for Darknoob, so the skirms will be doing 1 damage to the throwing X-Men. Just getting picked off. This castle should go down. If it doesn't go down, I'd be surprised. Let's go back to massing camels, or is he considering upping? Nope, he's still going to go full castle. He's just going to go light cap now. His gold situation, of course, he is forced off this gold. He does have decent gold left at the back still. And he does have a decent amount of map control. He does have this gold here as well. He has a lot of spare camels just to bring them in here if he needs them, which I think he does. That's a lot of throwing X-Men that's just been massed up. Yeah, he's gonna lose a lot of rams now if he doesn't get those camels back. Just what he's doing. 2 relics for Darknoob, none for Skogo. Those throwing X-Men are going to be quite difficult to budge now. Darknoob building a house here. I'm assuming he's going to try quickly wall this off a bit just to prevent the rams getting to this castle easily. This is going to be one hell of a full castle age from Skogo. Ham's cart coming in from Darknoob. That's almost Melkor-like. When both these civs get fully up, I do believe that Franks have a bit of an edge in my opinion. Surely speaking, because by the time this gets late game when you got Indians, you got Franks too, which can play aggressively or may want to play aggressively to beat the other one. You might end up in a late game with quite low gold, and then, you know, Franks do have slightly better infantry. Well, noticeably better actually, because Indians are missing one or two of their blacksmith upgrades on infantry. I believe it's infantry armor. Yeah, and are they missing any? No, they're not. Not missing any upgrades in the barracks. They do have champion and hubs, but that last armor is pretty important. Yeah, 3 of these even shredding the siege. Hello? Let's go. This is pretty exceptional, but the thing is, Skogo can't break in here like he wants to be able to raid. And the Light Cav aren't going to do anything over here. So what is the plan? Bearded Axe now coming in, that's pretty huge tech to have the extra range. Blast Furnace and Elite Throwing Axemen are going to make these things basically killing machines. He has a lot massed up. Yeah, Skogo can't fight that with Castle Age army, I don't feel. He's going to need like 4 mangonels or something. He wants to at least have a better chance against that. Yeah, they're just getting slayed. He made too many stables for Light Cav that he just can't make. Skogo's advancing to Imp. Nice. Is he going to die in the meantime? Perhaps. That's a lot of almost fully upgraded Throwing Axemen. Let's just speed this up a little bit. This is one hell of a game, 54 minutes in. I like to see the Castle Age dedications. Yeah, they're doing 1 damage a time. That's not going to work out really well, especially with the light cavalry. I think the skirms can still outrun them without squares. Yeah, the skirms die in 2 hits to the Throwing Axemen, and Throwing Axemen die in about 70 hits from the skirms. Not entirely sure how well the Light Cavs fare, but probably not well. Skogo losing the extra gold economy he has over here. Probably needed. He's still got a decent bit of gold left in his base, I'd say. Now what? Chemistry. Please chemistry. Yes, chemistry right away. Thumb ring as well. What for? You don't have ARPs. You don't have Cav Arch. Would Cav Arch work? Yeah, Cav Arch would work really well right now. Lots of ranges. It's a pretty hefty investment to go into Hussar like that, but I guess maybe he just wanted to. This TC is definitely going to go down. How is he going to deal with these Throwing Axemen? Okay, hand cannoneers, now he's got chemistry, I can see that, but resource wise he's not looking too good. He's getting heavy camel, he's going to focus on a mix of camels and Hussar, probably just getting heavy camel because he has enough. Randomly 1 archer. Maybe that was a misclick. Siege-wise, bomber cannons now coming out. Yeah, I can see Cav Arch being the only real strong option here, because obviously the hand cannoneers are not going to work too well. This over here getting tripped. What is Skogo going to do to fight this? He can't. More skirms. They do 1 damage a time. God, I kind of want to answer Skogo about this. Darknoob collected relic, probably this one down here. No, he hasn't stolen that one yet. He has 4 relics. Skogo still has that one, but Skogo's looking pretty dead over here. Score-wise, Darknoob is massively leading. That's just because his units are murdering everything. His KD is 234 to 103. And you gotta remember how many of these units have been camels. The camels are not going to be able to fight the Throwing Axemen. This Sif has no answer to Frank's. What about Halb, hand cannoneer, bomber cannon? I'm no expert, but wait, yeah I am. Could look at the achievements, military stats. Yeah, 250 kills, 111 losses. That's monumental. Skogo losing so much in the trades there that his massive economy just couldn't, you know, make up for it. Darknoob with the better boom, although Skogo did collect a lot more wood. He was spending a lot more because obviously throwing axemen, food, gold. Speaking of which, Skogo did have quite a bit of gold, so why didn't he go crossbow? Darknoob with quite a decent imp because he went for a fast imp after the Trush essentially. Trush went up to castle, built castle, clicked up the imp right away. Skogo, as I said, that castle age was really nice for him. He defended really well without really putting it into any economy, so. Relic gold, quite a bit more for Darknoob with very little monk investment because they weren't fighting for them at the time. Low draw high, 112 to 121, a little bit more for Skogo. So I have no idea who's in the next game, so I'll edit that at the time. I have absolutely no recollection of this track in the Age of Empires 1 Rise of Rome soundtrack. By the way, we're going into game 2. Here we have a game of Darknoob vs Pete Martell. We're actually going to run through this one a little bit faster. We do have a lot of games to get through. Darknoob is the Burmese, Pete Martell is the Mayans. It's an interesting matchup where both players tend to go unique units. But the plumes fare a little bit better against the Arambai, I feel, than most other units. A lot of ranged units can be the good counters to Arambai, so obviously plumes is a good choice here. It's also very difficult to smash a Mesosiv, because, well, in particular let's take mines in this case. Monks don't work too well against a lot of ranged units, especially plumes, which are quite fast and could easily snipe the monks. And also Mesosivs have eagles, which are conversion resistant and very hard to deal with. So I'm not entirely sure what Darknoob's going to do, but hopefully it's not a Trush. You could always do like a double monster opening. I've actually had my Eagles lose to double monster openings before. They just don't seem to be as resistant as normal scouts these days. But that may be just, you know, my games. My rather unlucky games. Darknoob is going for 4 on wood. We saw last game he went 3 on wood when he went for a Trush, so maybe we could take that as a sort of average thing to go by with Darknoob. He likes to do 3 on wood for Trushes. I hate the rather messy mine Dark Age when nothing seems to line up the way you're used to. The Vibly logo shows up every time someone who's subscribed to the channel speaks. So take that, except like basically no one is subscribed at the moment, so double-edged sword. By the way, Discern, what's your progress on the new thing? Because I kind of want to get to using whatever it is soon. Mainly for the scoreboard. The scoreboard is legit, I'm not gonna lie. One of the best things I've ever seen. So we're going to see it from mines. We're probably going to see plumes because it really is a quite hard counter to a lot of things that Burmese can make. Looking at the maps though, main stone, main gold forward, second stone in the back, which is nice enough for your mines. Extra gold in the back, a little bit of an extra nice. Second gold's outside, but you know, that one's still obtainable. That second gold there, a little bit risky. Second stone on side, extra gold outside. Sorry, extra stone outside. Main stone here looking pretty not so great for Darknoob, second gold outside. Main stone looks okay. Second stone in the back, second gold in the back. Both maps actually look okay. +2, 3 on... Okay, I'm a bit curious as for Pete Mattel's build here is not going to go for plumes. Maybe he's expecting something else. Maybe you want to be up really fast. So. Over here we're going to see scouts coming out for Darknoob, which is okay. Blacksmith market is typical for Mesosiv, but no early racks. Maybe you just don't want to go Eagles. I would go Eagles if I'm not going plumes, especially if I'm going to be up this early for a boom or something like Pete seems to want to go. I don't really know what Pete's plan here is, because his map is okay. It's got some nice, you know, second extras in the back. But the mains are pretty bad, and the red second golds are pretty bad, so I'm not entirely sure what he plans to do if he's going to get pushed. Still no barracks, no Eagles. It's a very, very curious one. Oh, that's a nice little fight there from Pete though. He lost his scout, but of course he did win the scout fight. What? I believe this is what we call outpost rushing. It's just the outpost rushing now. I mean, that's a nice little move, but of course Darknoob did go scouts. The Vil was more than likely going to get sniped regardless, with the TC not already up. A little bit late on the 3 TC boom here, but it's some strategy I've never seen before, so that's going to be fun. Darknoob over here, he is just gonna boom behind the scouts. I don't know if he wants to apply pressure, but he's going to get 5 relics regardless. Oh, he's going Melkor on this one. 2 TC, it sees workshop out. Pete Martell is Does he think that's supposed to be a castle? Do you think it's going to get smushed? That's pretty unique. No, I'm clearly the fake MrGPN, naturally. There's like 7 of me, I'm like the 18th clone. So Pete did TC the stone, so he should be able to at least castle defense if he needs to against this. The ram's going to work quite well, especially since Pete's already open. Eagle's going to make it difficult against the knight if he just introduces a monk with a quick monster or something. This is why I find it a little bit odd that I didn't attempt to go for relics. I am really curious of Pete's attempt of a build here though. But it is working. And that's the crucial thing, no matter what a build is like, it's still good if it works. I heard Cito is the best French player in humanity. And Kedax is the worst, but I'm not going to get into that. Eagle should be able to snipe the scouts here. The knight probably going to die to a few eagles. Those are going to get cleaned up. Scorpions introduced, that's a nice little addition as well. Only 1 barracks, 32 seconds to create an eagle in the castle, just pretty, you know, slow. Can I ban Demo as red for saying anything about OGN? That's new drama, that is. Anyway, so here we go. Darknoob kind of losing the push here. Pete Martell finally won this one up. I'm going to slow this one a little bit down just to catch up on the details because we've been reading chat and missing a few things here and there. Darknoob is still on, well, he added the 3rd TC up here on his main gold. Not to secure it, just to have the extra villagers count. He is ahead in villager count by 10. Pete Martell is a little bit late with the TCs, but obviously he's just been defending. Darknoob only just now getting wheelbarrow, whereas I think it might be possible that Pete does have horse collar. No, he doesn't even have wheelbarrow. This is not ideal. Without really losing much in the way of villagers, Pete is a decent bit behind. Redemption now coming in for Darknoob, that's going to be pretty nice. Knights are just going to come in and snipe it though. Knight gets trapped in, nice. It's going to be pretty difficult for Pete to deal with this without adding another barracks, I feel. Especially with the monks, he needs to add a decent amount of eagles and also maybe the occasional spear in there. Whew. I'm going to go on a limb here and say Timo. The unrelenting legend, Timo. Oh, you were playing... Timo, did you play in the normal arena games? Not Derek Arena, but like normal. Because I was looking for games to see this week and I didn't really see much that I can't really cast. So then I just like, I'll just go Darknoob. Thank God. Fucked. I can actually see normal arena. I think Darknoob maybe did have, you know, a decent map advantage here, but I'm not entirely sure why Pete just went for a 3TC boom. Without being too quick up, especially now it's nearly 27 minutes and he's still Castle Age. Defending quite heavily, but not really well enough against this push, and this push was not actually that heavily invested. Darknoob just simply has been booming behind it. 2TC, get all the relics. Forget about a couple of the relics as well. Pete has no scouting vision. Though he did go for the outpost rush, which are now dead. What's going to happen now that you don't have any gold? At least he scouted the back gold. Castle finally, he bought one. I mean, it's going to go up, but what is this really protecting? Maybe he just wants to go plumes against the scorpions, and the knights might be a little bit dangerous, especially with the 3 mangonels. I think Darknoob has actually played this one extremely well. Yeah, I actually agree with Timo there. My favorite thing about the mines is that they're just bad and that you have an excuse for losing, except like no one accepts that excuse. I've actually won a decent few games as mines, I just hate playing them. And I really just feel that they do break down towards the later game. It's the lack of any sort of like champion line of their own, I feel, is partly to do with it. I feel like eagles are just not what I really want to be using them for. A lot of people tend to be more counter eagles. Especially there's a lot of cities with hand cannoneers these days that are just pretty good against them. Or at least decent cavalry. That's the thing with Plume's Eagle Siege Rams though, it just doesn't seem to work. Like, Champ Onager is my favourite combination, so I tend to aim for a lot of games and mines just seem to melt to it. Can I just like ban demise? I have in like 2 games gone half Siege Ram as mines and it was not worth it. That's all I'm gonna say. Not at all worth it. And obviously I learned my casting from the best. You, Sito, obviously. You, Trickle Jack, Trey, best casters ever. God, that made me physically sick to say. So he's gonna go for an Eagle Plume combo, which is not gonna be so great. Because like Darknoob is already he's already investing into upgrades for the knights. +1/+1, he might get +2 defense soon, and then the Castle Age Plumes are going to be kind of screwed. I don't even think Pete can afford... He can afford Bodkin right now, but his gold situation is really bad. He's now taking the small gold in the back. Eric, you're like a good 15 minutes after the last person made the same joke. I kind of want to see what Darknoob's economy is looking like. Darknoob has a hell of a lot of economy. I think he could really afford to just invest into Cavalier here. He's going to go for Champ Onager probably though. Yeah, chemistry, now he's getting Onager. So Champ Onager is Burmese, fairly safe. Although 5 relics for Darknoob. He has all these golds. He's taking the single in the back. His main gold is pretty well taken, really safe. His other second gold, I guess he could probably take it at the same time, is now just the main gold, and this second gold completely denied for Pete. I think Darknoob played this one really well. I do like the decision of the Champ Onager. Cavalier could have worked, but, you know, why not go champs when you've got all the attack boosts? Darknoob getting plate armor, he could also really... He has a university, so he could very soon get siege engineers, which is pretty crucial I feel against plumes. I really do enjoy having siege engineers. Pete is not going to be able to afford a lead plumed archer anytime soon, so he's going to be behind that one range. And those eagles are going to be completely dead in 5 seconds, they have no upgrade still. And he's just going to try to use plumes to snipe some knights. Which I guess is a thing, but there's enough scorpions here and then the Onger's just going to come by. Yeah, that's not going to work, Pete. I would be surprised if Pete didn't just GG sometime very, very soon. I don't really know what... Yeah, Pete doesn't have a... Well, he does have a decent amount of food if he wants to go Siege Ram, but he's not making them, and he doesn't have the potential to make trebs to kill this castle. Yeah, there we go, GG. When he lost his main gold, he had no chance of getting it back. He went for a really risky 3 TC boom. When his map is like this, when the only safe gold he has is 1 extra in the back. Yeah, just 3 TC boom, and then even then he was behind in economy for Darknoob. Darknoob was ahead and had all the relics. I think that was... I mean, the map definitely did have a lot to do with it. But if mines do go plumes right from the get-go, there's actually not enough Burmese can do against it early on. Burmese slight advantages can actually beat it back a little bit, but... Yeah, Iron Buy monks are just going to melt to the plumes. Okay, look at achievements. 18 killed, 16 loss. Not too many units in those engagements, but of course, you know, a decent amount of them were just the eagles. The only things that P had to defend were, you know, melting. Darknoob, of course, much better boom in all regards, just a little bit less stone. And the imp times are pretty key here. Pete did up pretty fast, but he was really late adding his TCs. He didn't add a monastery to go grab the relics or anything along those lines. And of course, 33-minute imp is pretty late, especially when you go for blooms. You want, get fast brace or chemistry. Start sniping things like mangonels before they get to the, good ongers. What was Dracon try about? So I would usually go for a break between the games for 3 minutes. But let's just jump straight on to the next game, which I believe is also VS Pete. Yeah, it's another one, Darknoob VS Pete Martel. So here we have Darknoob with the pretty impossible to kill Civ Malay. And this map is looking pretty bad right away, a little bit of extra gold there. Over here we have Pete Martel with the Italians, which, matches his nationality. His map is not looking so great at quick glance either. So Pete's map, he has a really bad main gold, no second stone really. I mean, he could probably secure this, quick wall there maybe. Second gold outside, not so good. Forward, he's probably going to get lamed because, Darknoob. Second gold in the back, that's somewhat useful. Extra stone in the back, that could be really handy. And main stone pretty safe. He has a lot of safe stone here, but against Malay, what's he going to do? Mass Genoese? To be fair, Mass Genoese kills elephants, kills the cavalry, which obviously not very good for Malay. Kills karambits decently well. The general rule of karambits is the faster firing archers you have, the easier it is to kill the karambits. Genoese not so fast, but... So I'm thinking maybe that might be something Pete might consider. Maybe towards the late game going Genoese. It's pretty difficult to beat the Malay. Both players have outside deer apparently. Nope. Inside for Darknoob. 4 deer each way, so that's going to be fine. So not entirely sure what we're going to see from the Italian player. Can you report one of the lag switches if you can prove it? If you can't prove it, I don't think you can, but I would probably just go to the VidLoop forum and talk about it anyway. Looking over here, Darknoob's main gold, pretty atrocious. Second gold outside, not so great. Nice safe main gold, which as Malay maybe you might want. It could definitely help you, especially if you want to place castle to get, security over ground that you take with your already good economy. Almost allows the secondaries there. And extra gold in the back is okay. But when all you've got is 3 tiles of gold, if you lose your main gold, then you have to play aggressive to secure this main gold. So I'm not entirely sure we're going to see second gold there and there. Maybe Golden End's playing on a potato. Yeah. But if you stream it, then, maybe you can report him and just give that video as evidence and we'll just see what happens. I don't see the extra berries out here. Where are they? Are they in the player's base? Yes. Didn't realize this right well, but Pete does have double berries. Double berries is always great. Maybe not his positioning, he has to mill it of course, but it's really nice to have him, especially against a wood line when you add a TC. Basically don't need farms for ages, you save so much wood right away, it's really nice to have. I need to get my Vibli rating up. I was VSing some 18x yesterday, won a couple of games easily in a row. Timo, we should clearly play some games together, easily, just the 1v1s. I just wish TGs were happening a bit much more in Arena, but that's why I'm casting Arena, hopefully we get more exposure for it. Oh, I only see 3 on wood for Darknoob. That's just come straight into view, he's going to Trush. He is quite some distance away, he has no idea where his opponent is, so if he does click up in the next couple of populations when he's still scouting his back area like this, still trying to push deer, he's going to have no idea where Pete is. Pete getting... Oh, now Pete's just saying, fuck it, I'm gonna trush. I love this. This is quite interesting, why you would trush. Does Pete actually know where Darknoob is? Yeah, he does, he's miles away. I'm actually really confused about this. Oh yeah, I can see the devil. But yeah, why would you trust Malay as Italians? I find that quite... Maybe he's just annoyed that his bad Dark Age build order. If he does trust this one though, he might actually be decently successful, but of course the Malay player is... Maybe he just didn't realise he only had to... What is he doing? Alright, let's go into inspector mode. Let's do learning build orders with Darknoob. So 3 on wood start. Get yourself housed at 25 pop, or just not. Then second lumber camp. Well, everything's about to change as soon as he sees the tower going up. He's probably just going to move to this back stone and start taking it. Quite difficult to trust Malay, of course, because they do up faster. They could always, you know, get the siege out faster if they need it. If you trust them when they're still in Dark Age, then, you know, they're the civ that could get to the feudal age quickest after it, as soon as they see. Darknoob now getting loom. Smart move. Cancel villagers, get loom, click up.
Yeah.
Now what? Oh, double trust coming in for Pete, causing some serious problems here. That's a lot of villagers he's got forward. There's just 5. 6 villagers. Okay, I can see this maybe working. Lots of villagers on stone. He's gonna go for some crazy trush here. I don't really see how he plans to beat Malay, but I could actually see Darknoob losing this. Just. Malay are of course gonna have a much better economy because Darknoob's almost feudal and he's decent few villagers ahead. He knows about this bad gold, so that's gonna be fine. He's gonna get up, he's gonna put in the pressure, he's going to reclaim this area. I think the trust would work on this map if Darknoob just straight up didn't have this extra gold in the back. I think that makes all the difference. It's still not enough. If Pete does a lot to keep on the pressure, like for example goes... I don't know, he was up 20 pop and, well, minus the vill. He's going so many villagers forward with these towers, he's not going to be able to get archers, but I would say if he did go archers, that might be at least enough to really, you know, secure the gold and maybe win the game that way. Just simply because of how bad Darknoob's map is. Luckily Darknoob's map is not as bad as his fucking mining camps. Ugh. This is all pretty defended, but I can see... I reckon archers... Yeah, it's way out of the range of the TC. Archers under there, easy win. So many villagers forward from Pete though. And he's not really succeeding. Of course he's 4 villagers behind. Darknoob is working towards the economy to clicking up. He's just adding more to wood, he's gonna add some more farms. Getting a blacksmith open now. Maybe just... Now we can afford one, maybe get a market. Yeah, there we go. He's just going to click up really quickly, he's not going to invest in feudal age. Also, what's this news I'm hearing, Timo? Give me the juicy gossip. I think Darknoob should win this one as Malay. Building the barracks now. Probably just going to add an... Maybe stable, maybe build a stable, build 1 single elephant, that might work. When you say Pete plays arena as well, I thought you said Pete plays arena well. Well, good luck with that. Pete just, what is called in the trade, getting on a nope train to fuck that Phil. Guess you're just gonna take this gold and just No? Anyway, Darknoob's about to be castle. 19-minute castle is going to be pretty, you know, safe. That's going down. He's going to try get this in. Oh, Darknoob, such a move. Oh, that's a nice move. That's a really nice move. 2 villagers going down. Third one here just camping. Yeah, Darknoob really just played that well. All those Trush games have actually helped him out. Stable coming up, as I said, I think he's just going to make 1 or 2 elephants, clean this up really quick. They tank a lot of arrows even without armor. Don't know what Pete is doing, but the elephants are just going to come out and help. Siege Workshop now coming up, probably... I don't know. What would Darknoob want to do after he does this? He's going to make a ram to kill the towers. I was thinking maybe... he might make mangonels, but... I don't know what he wants to do after this. Does he want to add TCs and boom? He's adding 1 TC. Or does he want to follow this up? Because obviously his main goal is still really bad. So he'd still want to secure it. So maybe he'd want to follow up with mangonels or something just so he could go kill them. This isn't live. If this was live, they'd be playing on fast speed. Darknoob is our resident 2K arena player. And by resident, I mean resident sleeper, but yes. He's going for the 3 TC boom as melee. He's going to just cement his win. I mean, he's 9 villagers ahead. That's because of a few kills, so obviously the melee bonus is going to be pretty strong. I don't know what Pete wants to do after this point. He's getting fletching now. He's up to castle age. He's going to go monks. Maybe he thinks that the melee player is going to dedicate more into elephants, which I don't think is going to be the case. He still has the couple he started with, really. So now scouts coming out. That's going to be really good against the monks. Yeah, I think Darknoob is going to try to get some map control here while booming. That's pretty good play from, you know, Powerhouse Civ like the melee. That... what? What's the use of that gate? Gates, aka 30 wood palisades. So that tower's just going to go around forever. He is not booming at home. He has a lot of gold. Does he want to imp fast or something? I'm not entirely sure where Pete's resources have been. 300 food, maybe he's selling some to try and force the monks. But I don't know. Feels like Pete should be imp quite soon. If you did something like fast imp monks, that would be impressive. Fast imp monk dread maybe. Darknoob should be able to get this castle up soon. He does already have like cav research, so these monks have 0 chance. A couple of monks going down. Oh, Darknoob doesn't quite realise he can't get in there. Oh, but the monk micro is gone. All those monks are already gone, now it's just Spearman Rush at this point. Scorpion coming out, really good decision from Darknoob to always make Scorpion. It's not going to be significant against the spears, but the monks obviously forces them to have redemption to convert it, which is not so great. Oh, and the elephant out surviving the monk's conversion. Darknoob winning with melee. It's kind of hard to lose his melee, but I'm not entirely sure what he was planning with the 3 on wood and then just making the second lumber camp after that. Pete, I don't know what Pete's plan was. I feel like maybe if he did go fast imp monk treb, it would be a little bit more effective. That's kind of what happens. After Trush, you tend to have a lot of villagers, and it's like up into castle age with 50 villagers, you obviously fast imp from that if you're not going to boom. I don't really know what else Pete could have done against melee in this case. I think maybe if he went crossbows, it would have been a little bit different. Melee still can't really fight the crossbows, that's the thing. It's... so I mean, melee can fight the crossbows, melee can even do the crossbows a bit better. I don't know. Yeah, it's a pretty difficult one. More units killed with Darknoob. Darknoob, of course, the better economy. Slightly less stone though, 600 less stone. He mined a lot of stone, but he didn't really build much with it, just a few towers. Yeah, reasonable trust time for 20 pop. As in, pretty good. Darknoob just with decent castle age time. It wasn't quite instant, but obviously it was trushed early in mid-Dark Age eco, so. 20 villager lead, basically 30% at this point. As we say in the Trade Spearman Rush. Yeah, it's really difficult to even tell what Malay are going to do because they can do everything very well with their economy, so. We're just going to go into the next game. I don't recall who the opponent is. It's Buddy. So let me just update the opponent and restart this, obviously, because the overlays disappeared. And we are back. So Buddy has the Magyars and Darknoob has the Incas. This is a really interesting matchup in that I think that the Magyars should die easily. I can't really see what Magyars can really do against Incas at this stage. Especially with the Inca monks, it makes being Magyars quite difficult. Quick look at Buddy's base over here, aka not B. Maybe I should add that in the add that into the scoreboard. Main stones, both stones are pretty out here. Main gold, second gold, pretty bad. He must have a second in the back, maybe? No, he doesn't. It's down here. He has really nothing in his base. He has a little bit back here, not too much. But yeah, his main stone, main gold are the only insides and they are forward and pretty bad. Oh, Jesus. Darknoob, come on. Whoa, whoa, what is this base? This is some serious unfortunate shenanigans. Oh wow. It's nice to see him going 4 on... Buddy is going 3 on wood, so he's going to Trush apparently. Trusting Incas as Magyars is just the most insane thing I've ever heard of. But yeah, 4 on wood, not going to see a Trush here from Darknoob. His boars are just... This is so weird, this map. But yeah, main gold is exceptionally safe from raiding, is what we're going to describe this as. Second gold in the back as well. 1 second outside. Both stones, maybe not the best. This stone's a little bit better than this stone over here. But it's still not good. So bad stones, but he does have very safe gold, and he is of course Incas. HC are of course one of the best units of all time. Buddy added an extra 1 to wood. I am assuming this might be because of the late boar. And maybe because of the late boar he might not want to Trush, but he's going for it anyway. Yeah, the extra damage on the Magyars just like rips apart the usefulness of couriers. If cavalry archers exist, I will go with them. Still one of my favourite units. Second one coming up for Darknoob. He doesn't appear to have noticed the score drop anyway. He's just pushing gear, he's concentrating on other things. He's going to go for a 25 pop up. Which is, you know, pretty good. If you're Incas, you do 25 pop up, you should be able to defend the Trush quite well. It's still decently early, and of course your stone, cheaper stone buildings cost is nice. Well, cavalry archers are stronger than Arblast, but of course they are gonna have some problems. Only 4 vills in this Trush for the Magyar player. He does have a slightly stronger scout. Why would I have expected his maybe scouts to take map control? Because obviously Magyar scouts really strong in the Castle Age especially. That'd be something else entirely. I can see Goth HCA working if they're making mass hand cannoneers and champions to... Not catfrax as well. But then again, catfrax are almost equally as unlikely. I only have the Brother AoE 2 Zerk, so I'm gonna have to use my own HCA there. Also, I use HCA with, well, CA with, is every Civ that isn't Meso. And I can imagine the same is pretty similar for Timo. So we're seeing a wall up here from the Inca player. Inca player obviously already manages to get both towers up. He is on this stone, he probably wants to defend it with his own tower soon. But yeah, he's going to build a market, he's going to quickly wall this off, but he's going to have to come over here to build a tower, and that's going to be inconvenient. So what's Buddy's plan? He needs a plan. Buddy did go up with a decent amount of villagers, so I don't know why he doesn't have a blacksmith yet. He had, you know, good economy. He has a lot of food, surprisingly. Only 4 on berries. 2 on gold, so he's going to not go archers, apparently. Yeah, he's just going to try and up really fast. He didn't really delay Darknoob going up, of course. Darknoob still has his full feed eco working. He's about to click up himself. He already has his buildings. So I'm not entirely sure what Darknoob can do in this case. Sorry, what Buddy can do. I don't know what Darknoob actually does plan to do though, so I sped this one up because there is a chance he might just boom again. If Darknoob goes for the boom, that would be okay, but I think maybe it might be time for him to start pushing back with a little bit more aggression. He's going to quickly wall this off. He's got a lot on stone. He doesn't have enough to build a... He didn't actually build another tower yet. There it is. He's not going to be able to get a castle right away to go Kamukes or anything along those lines. Smart move if he is building this tower though, he's definitely got a massive head start over this one. He can now see this one. Sends in more villagers, should be able to get up, no problem. This villager is going to be pretty dead. And there goes one. So he's just deciding to vill rush this tower. These towers don't have fletching, so they can't actually reach. He does have a blacksmith, he can afford it. He's building siege workshop, not building any... Just going for eagles, that's fair enough. Well, you do have help siege ram as Persians, which is decent enough if you want to be able to beat some mass trash like skirms mixed with, you know, anything else. They also do have hand cannoneer onager. You could go with that. It's not ideal, but you know, it just depends on the civ you're against. Darknoob managed to get a wall up over here. He is slightly behind the villagers. He lost less to this. But he is going up to Castle Age now. He must have bought the extra food because his farm count, these are quite recently added. Yeah, Persian siege ram's kind of the key to winning with them, as in like it's the only thing they have they could actually consider winning with in 1v1s. Aside from, you know, like mass scouts or something. Oh come on Darknoob, just delete that, it's a free vill kill. So the eagles have no armor, well now they do. So they're going to be quite effective, and this is actually quite a nice move to have eagles to be able to beat this back, because then you could further use the eagles to siege tower in, that kind of thing. Stable coming up for Buddy, he wants to maybe just add in some knights, start doing some damage. Darknoob can go heavily on gold if he needs to though, he still has a really safe nice main gold. Second TC coming up. Also he has the gold in the back, so if you wanted to add in monks to his push, that would be really nice. The eagles, monks, maybe siege ram, get in, do some damage. Yeah. I'm pretty confident about that win. Lol. Yeah, that knight's not going to be enough to be able to fight the eagles. Double stable knights for this economy? Okay. I mean, he's gonna kind of be a bit low on the food mark soon, but it's gonna work. He's gonna get quite a few vill kills here. Darknoob is actually retaliating quite well. Eagles is definitely a nice choice to fight it back with. Obviously the Pierce armor, but at the same time they're just versatile units for, you know, continuing the push after you push back the Trush, if you know what I mean. Another tower going to go down, there's another 2 lost vills from buddies, nothing you can do to really save that. Or 1 vill rather, I thought I saw 2. Knights can just run in at this point. Darknoob has the potential to add a castle here. That's really going to save him. Maybe stonewall this real quick, and he's pretty much unpushable. Especially by this Magyar 1TC Knight eco, it's not gonna do too well. Already a monk added though, already a knight converted, so it's already worth it. Maybe garrison the monk in the tower. Yeah, the knights are just gone. This is a clear game for our good friend here, Darknoob. And the villagers. Oh, the villagers. Not good, buddy. This is not good. This is it. It's game over, mate. Did I see a villager building that? I swear I saw a villager building that. I'm not sure we plan to have any community games tonight. If anyone would be interested in playing some community games, then that would be fun to see. Quick look at the achievements. 23 units killed, 10 lost. There's similar resources, a lot more gold for Darknoob. Of course, he did have some nice golds. Pretty safe. Pretty similar here, decent amount more wood, but similar food. Of course, you don't need much food to make eagles or rams for that matter. Yeah, the castle time. Buddy just didn't stop Darknoob from going castle. He didn't really stop much. And reasonable vill high. Mostly from kills, mostly. So we have one more game to cast tonight. I'm going to go on a 3-minute break and play some AH1 music, so I'll see you in 3 minutes. And we are back, another absolute classic from the AoE 1 Rise of Rome expansion. Where is my game? There it is. So this is game 5 out of 5 for the Darknoob vs Random Plebs collection. And we have Keith apparently. Let me just quickly update the opponent. Gamar Keith. There we go. Let's slow this one down. Let's have a good slow game. Let's have an accurate cast of this Goths vs Vietnam. Oh Jesus! This Civ matchup. This is not pleasant. Two quite low tier arena civs. I'm actually a big fan of Goths, but I did have to rate them quite low myself, just because other people's win rates for them were quite low. And Vietnamese, which are just can't do a single thing against Goths. There's no. What the fuck? Oh, Keith, what the fuck are you doing? Oh man, this is not what I expected Keith to be doing today. Well, I'll if he like delete up this far as well instead, might as well finish it. What? Alright, so Keith is going to be trushing apparently. He's oh man, Keith, what are you doing? Well, I'm fairly sure Darknoob scouts this, he could just go scouts, but yeah, we're gonna see Keith trushing. There's not much he can do when he deletes his whole front wall. I'm just so astounded by that. Okay, Darknoob has a really good map as well. Nice safe main stone, second stone safe, another second stone pretty safe, somewhat accessible. Really nice main gold. Has all his sheep just chilling. Don't know where his second stone is. It's out here. Yeah, such a great map as well. And then just Keith gets Vietnamese. This map's okay. Oh, this map's actually really good. He has a extra stone in the back. Considering probably bad main stone, I don't quite remember as well was. I think it's up here. And then, yeah, extra gold in the back. So this would have been actually, you know, a reasonable map, but then you've just got Keith, who just decides deleting his entire wall is the way to go. At least he knows where Darknoob is. He looks at a map, he sees Darknoob's in this direction, let me just delete the walls in that direction just because they're my back ones clearly. Only one on the berries indicates that he just wanted it to future make farms. I don't know why my scrolling is now screwed up. Oh, that's everything but good. But yeah, less on berries, more on the boar under TC, that'll get you up quicker. I need to contact support about this because every time I hover over a button like that, it's starting to lag. I did it before, I added it to my antivirus exceptions and then it worked fine, and now it's back to this. So what's Darknoob going to do is Goths when he gets trushed by Vietnamese. He's probably going to start mining stone, defensive towers. If he defends and just gets up to castle quick enough, with a lot on stone, he could build a castle, a few Huskars, clean the whole thing up. At that point, there's nothing Vietnamese can do. They need, you know, they need to be up faster than Goths, which, you know, might be possible. They both have no eco bonus. And they would probably have to do something like just some monks or something, just to convert or pick off small quantities of Huskars. But this is such a bad matchup. I'm going to speed this one up a bit because Keith's not trushing. Darknoob's been too busy pushing gear to even notice his opponent has 0 walls, so... Hey. What? I don't understand this guy, but I don't think many people do, so... That's a lot of food Keith has, especially because he avoided the berries. So I wonder what his next plan is. He's got 8 on wood. It's not enough to really do too much with. He could probably afford... Okay, yeah, he's going to go for crossbows apparently. 26 plus 2, probably a boom just with the monastery, just for Darknoob. Pretty simple. If you're Goss and you boom and you're allowed to boom, then you could win. Yeah, it's just going to be crossbows from our Vietnamese player, which is going to be a classic. What? Keith, what are you doing? I can't wait to see Darknoob's reaction when he sees this, but he's just going FC Scouts when he is Vietnamese and deletes all his walls open. This guy is a classic. And did Darknoob scout this? No, he probably just assumes Keith has, you know, walls here and he's just trying to close off some extra area. This is just, I wouldn't expect this. And the wall he leaves is the one into his back base. Oh wow. Anyway, 2 scouts from the Vietnamese player. It's pretty confidently got the map here. But Darknoob, as I said, he's just going to boom with the monastery. Grab the relics. He's going to be ahead. He's not going to be stopped. What? Delete your walls and just boom. I have no words for this game. I don't have a single word. I've been trying to think of something but been stammering for 10 minutes. Just... what is going on? To be fair, Darknoob still doesn't know that Keith deleted his walls. For all he knows, this is just him securing a bit more area and his walls are over here. Which is, you know, quite common. This... Keith, you're not playing Mega Random. You can't even win with this if... So Darknoob's probably definitely going to get this relic. If he tries to go for it, he's just going to get sniped. Keep bringing over his monk though. That's pretty important. No conversions for the Goth player. I just don't know what to say really. Oh well, at least Keith will nab himself 4 of the 5 relics. Should be anyway. That one was just unusually close to Darknoob. Keith's economy looks in a better state, to be honest. He's a little bit... nah, maybe similar state actually. Both sets had no eco bonuses that are just going to be generic booms. Nothing too impressive here. Oh, and this... I was going to say that would be nice for Keith. I think Keith is just mad. To be fair, he has done like a proper job of re-walling the place. A little bit unlucky. But looks like Keith's getting 4 of the relics. This is actually some quite good walling skills though from Keith, though I'll give him full credit. Oh, Keith does have Vietnamese. So I don't see him winning against the Goths. Especially since both are just free booming. Keith getting wheelbarrow, Darknoob getting handcart. Darknoob is ahead in economy by 10 villagers and that. He's going to be 4 relics behind. Well, 4 to 1 relics, but that doesn't really make up for the difference. Especially towards the late game where Goths don't really need that much gold to spam their trash units. If he tries to make anything against them. Like, with Goths, you could just effectively make halbs against the enemy's champions, and they're not even that good, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Especially with the Vietnamese have such a bad economy, they're probably not at a good stage to make them most of the game. Looks like he is considering clicking up very soon. He's going to go for a castle to then get anarchy probably. He's going to need to click up because he's already got a monster as his other second building. Keith is looking into something pretty similar. He's looking like he wants to go for champions. He doesn't have a market. I've never been so dumbfounded by a strategy in my entire life as just watching Keith delete his entire front walls as Vietnamese vs Goths. Like, he just doesn't need the advantage. Keith by go long swords. Man arms coming in, he's already going up to imp, so he's going to try go champion. Not something I would expect from Vietnamese or expect to do as Vietnamese in that matter. He does have university, no siege workshop, so he can get chemistry and then a later siege workshop to get bomber cannons. He's not on stone at all, so he's not going to have trebs, especially for this castle here. He has complete dominance over Darknoob though. If Darknoob had a bad map, he didn't have this back area here, he would actually be pretty closed in. What else can you do when you're Vietnamese and you delete your entire front wall vs Goths? This... I don't think any option he does is right in this case after this. But either way, that's actually considerable longswords. I think this is going to rely on what Darknoob is going to open with. If Darknoob opens with the wrong unit, he might lose. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how Keith ended up 20 vills behind. They both went for similar situations. Oh, of course, the scouts. Perfusion coming in. Yeah, Darknoob can't even leave his base. He doesn't know what Keith is going for. Both players are going to be close to full boom though. 120 villagers for Darknoob, basically it is full boomed. 90 for Keith, he's still got 30 to go. Maybe 50 if he really wants to get the champions up and running. Darknoob again loom. Yeah, Darknoob is just getting all the upgrades. He doesn't know what to open with, so he's just going to get upgrades just in case. Bomber cannon snipes. Yeah, here we go. Keith did go for bomber cannons. He's keeping his champions away from the BBC. That way they won't be easily scouted. Champions can waltz in and just screw this up, but that's a lot. I mean, with Perfusion already researched, these longsword upgrades not going to take long. He's going to queue up 200 swordsmen now. He could have so many 200 swordsmen out long before Keith is able to do anything. Keith does not have arson, I believe. I believe he didn't research it. That was weird lag. No, he doesn't have arson. But they're still going to be strong enough to take down buildings. It's missing a couple of upgrades. Iron casting is going to be pretty key here. And already military count wise, Darknoob is really catching up. 36, 37 to 35. Yeah, Darknoob is already winning a military count. Keith's champs are just dead. The enemies have nothing against the Goths at this point. Or any point. Like, all that happened was that Keith managed to break in the wall, and by the time he got this far in, there was already champion, well, 200 swordsmen to fight him. That's just so ludicrous. I'm not exactly saying the Goths are stronger, I'm just saying they're stronger than the enemies. Yeah, Keith calling the GG. I would blame the salt for deleting his wall, was pretty key there, but... keeps Boom. That's the thing, he did go scouts, but 20 villagers behind when you make 3 scouts. You might make 4 actually, 3. Yeah, I can see him being like 4 or 5 villagers behind. I can't see him being 20 plus and 30 at the end there. Although then again, Darknoob did add another TC when he wasn't being pressured when he really should have been. Units killed a lot more for Darknoob, even though he did have the weaker units for a while. He had 200 swordsmen, yes, those champs. Of course, if enemies, no upgrades worth speaking of. Darknoob, much better boom in pretty much all aspects, just a bit more gold keef probably from the relics. Relic gold probably 1k, 1.3k. VS nearly 500. Well, better boom for Darknoob. And of course, Darknoob just better TJ. Especially because his boom is a little bit better for the imp. So unless we have at least a couple of people interested in playing some community games, that would be the end of the stream. So if anyone has any desire to play any form of community game, then just say in chat now. If nothing, then probably gonna call it. I didn't realize where it had the bot set up in the Vibly Discord. Dragon Star's live. I think the main aim with Vietnamese technologies in that regard would be to avoid having really strong elephants. Although they do have the worst elephants and the worst everything else in the game. So we are going to host Moonfaller. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a good day.